Grüß Gott and Happy Easter. Welcome to the second episode on Austria's cooking channel. I am Mr. Austria, and today I will be making Filet mit Apfeln, which is broiled steak on apples. This is the Easter dinner that I am preparing, so though this video may not be going up until after Easter, this is the Easter special. So before we begin, I will list the ingredients that you will need to prepare this recipe. 6 1.5-inch slices of filet of beef. I am substituting filet mignon, which is the expected beef cut for sirloin. So since it's about half the thickness, it will be larger and cheaper. And we love saving money. Next, you want 1 pound of potatoes. In addition to that, you'll need 2 tablespoons of butter, 6 mushrooms, 2 eggs, 2 cooking apples, and 2 tablespoons of ground horseradish. You can find this in the refrigerator section at your grocery store. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The first step in this recipe is to rub both sides of the beef fillets with salt and pepper. Now, I dislike handling raw meat, so I have these, just medical plastic gloves. Once the beef fillets are salted and peppered on both sides, they must sit out at room temperature for 1 hour. The next step while these are waiting is to boil a pound of potatoes and then rice them. If you do not have a potato ricer, you don't really need one. Basically, mash the potatoes. Be sure to peel and cut the potatoes before you put them in the water to boil before you mash them. Now, you want to wait for the water to boil, and then boil the potatoes for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're very soft and easy to stick a fork in. Now it's time to separate some more egg yolks from egg whites. Now, after you've mixed the potatoes, you'll want to beat the eggs and then add them to the potatoes. Now, once the eggs and the potatoes are mixed, it's time to add the horseradish. These potatoes are gonna be good. Once you've finished mixing all of the ingredients that go in the potatoes, put them on a buttered baking sheet into 3 patties or 6 patties depending on how you substituted the meat, roughly the same size as the fillets. Now you want to peel, core, and slice both of the cooking apples. Once the potatoes are in the oven, you'll want to brown them on both sides, flipping them partway through, of course. And then while they are cooking, I will be working with the mushrooms and the apples in a skillet. Melt the 2 tablespoons of butter in the skillet. Now saute them until they're tender, but not too soft. Now I'm going to take the potatoes out of the oven and flip them over. Now, when broiling, you can use a broiler pan, but you can also use a regular cookie sheet and cover it in Reynolds wrap. We will be doing the latter. So here are the steaks on the sheet with the Reynolds wrap, and are going to go into the oven to broil. Now we're waiting for the steaks to finish cooking. This is the part of the project where there's really no way to know, to tell you how long to cook them. You just have to watch them until you think they're done enough to eat. Now that the steaks have finished cooking, I'm going to put the potatoes onto plates, cover them with the apples, and then put the steak on top. And so that concludes my Easter special episode. I hope everyone enjoyed it. As with my first video, comments, questions, and criticisms are welcome. Please direct those to the comments below the video. And if you have a recipe request or suggestion, send it to the email connected to this account, peredelstein@yahoo.com. Mahlzeit!